kiddo. I thought you outgrew superstition.
Happy holla. Fuck Halloween. Yeah, y'all think this is, man? Give a damn about no Halloween, man. Y'all thought I was gonna come here and be on some Halloween stuff? No. Give a damn about no Halloween. Even though Halloween is one of my favorite movies, top 5 favorite movies. A little hypocritical, but Halloween is one of my top 5 favorite movies. I used to watch this movie every single Halloween when I was younger. Every Halloween, I used to have to watch this movie because it's one of my top 5 favorite movies. What's up, y'all? I'm Mike Geesh, and y'all know that today is Halloween, the most wicked day out of the 365 days that we have. Absolutely wicked. I stopped celebrating Halloween when I was very young. I don't remember the exact age, but I was young. I was younger than most when I stopped celebrating Halloween. And the reason I stopped celebrating Halloween is because I found out its true origins. And let me tell you something. The true origins of Halloween are absolutely wicked. We go through this world thinking that all these holidays are just holidays to have fun. And I know we want to have fun. Ain't nothing wrong with having fun, man. Nothing wrong with it. Especially when you're a child, you're going door to door getting candy. What child don't love candy? What child don't love putting on costumes? And I know you might say, well, Mike, I'm not going as a demon. I'm going as Spider-Man. You know, I'm not going as a zombie or a ghost. I'm going as Dora the Explorer or whatever thing that young girls like to dress up, or dress up as a princess or Daenerys from Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? But the origins of it is wicked. It's evil. It's an evil day where people celebrate death and they celebrate demonic entities. Okay? Let me tell you a quick story. Make this real quick. I went to jail a while ago. All right. And I was locked up in this detention center. I had either a choice to go to boot camp or the detention center. And the detention center was a work release detention center where you like have a job during the day. They might take you to a warehouse and you'll do some work, or take you out and, you know, pick up some trash or whatnot. You do that every day. Plus it was kind of a little bit more free than a boot camp. Boot camp like straight military. So, of course, I chose to go to the detention center. So, anyway, one day, I don't remember why, but I didn't go out. I can't remember why. It was so long ago, I just promise you I can't remember the reason. But for whatever reason, I stayed in. And the only other person that was in the dorm was this white boy. Looked just like Billy Corgan. If you know how Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins rock group looked. Bald-headed, slim, and he just looked like Billy Corgan. Okay? So at this time, I had just converted to Islam. I just became a Muslim. I'd have been a Muslim by 2 weeks. And I had been making my prayers in the dorm. So he, comes over there towards me. And I'm looking like, what the hell this white boy come over towards me? And he started talking to me, struck up a conversation. And he was like, man, I just wanted to tell you that I really respect that I see you making your prayers and stuff. I really respect that. And he was like, it's crazy how most people, and I think it was Halloween. Yeah. Was it Halloween? Yeah, it was Halloween. So he was like, it's crazy how a lot of people out here, they celebrate Halloween. I forgot how we exactly got into the conversation, but he was like, they celebrate Halloween and don't understand that we celebrate it, because he was a Wiccan, right? He was a pagan, and he had on the 6-point star, the star, not the Star of David that the Jewish people wear, but the star, whatever the star is, that represents witchcraft. Okay, he was into all that witchcraft and Wiccan and all that different stuff. So he was like, yeah, man, they don't even understand that we go out to and he was talking about the Christian religion, not trying to get him. I'm just telling you what he said. He was like, yeah, they go out, they celebrate this holiday every year and don't even understand it. That's our main holiday. We go out to the graveyards and cast spells and do all type of stuff on this day, All Hallows Eve, right? And that's, I had stopped celebrating Halloween before that, but that's the first time that I found out what the true origin of Halloween. Because this white boy sitting up here telling me this, I don't know what made him really come up to me, but something compelled him to come up to me and talk to me about this, right? So, he spoke about it for about 5-10 minutes, and then he went by his way. I went by my way, right? And I know y'all thinking, what was you doing talking to a person like that? Hey, man, one thing about it, you can get information from anybody. Remember that. Don't never shun people. You might not be with what they with or not kick it with them or nothing, but conversation can always hip you to some things. So he told me about the origins, told me that his group or whatever his religion was, witchcraft and stuff, that's their main holiday. So from that moment on, I was like, wow, everybody I know celebrate as a child. It's like they indoctrinate us into this belief, right? So let's look up a little something about this. I'm sure that they have it on here. Or matter of fact, what we're going to do, we'll just look up instead of no. We're already here. Look up a little something. I was going to look up the definition, but that would be stupid when I'm already on YouTube.
Did you know Halloween's spooky roots go back over 2,000 years to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain? Back then, this night wasn't just about candy and costumes. It was a night when the boundary between the living and the dead blurred, and spirits were believed to walk the earth. To protect themselves, the Celts lit huge bonfires and wore animal skins and masks to disguise themselves from wandering ghosts. They believed that if the spirits didn't recognize them, they'd be left unharmed. Samhain also marked the end of the harvest and the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a season associated with death. The Celts believed that the presence of spirits made it easier for druids, their priests, to predict the future. These prophecies were a source of comfort during the long, dark months ahead. Over time, this festival blended with Roman and Christian traditions, evolving into what we now call Halloween. If you love exploring the ancient origins of your favorite traditions, make sure to subscribe and join us on Patreon for exclusive content. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. All you lovers of God and of Jesus and of everything holy, happy Halloween. Let's celebrate an ancient holiday that celebrates death and ghosts and warding off spirits and all this stuff. Let's dress up like witches and warlocks and ghouls and zombies. And the thing about it is that you have the majority, and I'm not trying to make this religious. I know you're going to be like, but you keep mentioning religious. The majority of the Christian faith people do Halloween. And this is a very dark, dark day. So, that's just something I want you guys to realize and to understand that this thing is real. This thing is real, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is real. Now let's go to the let you see another story. See another story about the pumpkins, the little jack-o'-lanterns. Let's see the story about the jack-o'-lantern. What does that mean? What is that about? Jack-o'-lantern. When they carve the pumpkins and stuff. I'm not going to get premium. Please, go, skip.
Throughout time, people across the world told each other tales of how they came to be. Of heroes and monsters, romance and tragedy, death and rebirth.
Death and rebirth. Okay, let's get to it.
Unkind and self-centered, granting him the nickname Stingy Jack. No one was safe from his wily schemes and cruel manipulations, not the priests of the church, nor the children of the schoolyard. Not a shred of humanity graced his body. Stingy Jack's infamy spread far and wide. So far, in fact, that tales of his schemes reached the lowest pits of hell and graced the ears of Satan himself. Upon hearing the despicable reputation of Stingy Jack, the devil could not believe so evil a man could exist, and he put forth plans to meet him. One evening, while Jack was walking in the moors of the countryside, Satan posed as a dead man, hanging from a tree branch, and waiting for Stingy Jack to approach. When Jack came across the body, a deranged face with wide eyes and an evil grin stared back at him. In that instant, Jack realized his time was up, and that the devil had come to collect his soul.
Wow. What a story, huh? And that's not the end of it, but I won't sit here and go over the entire story with you. But wow. What an evil, sinister story. Jack, a very stingy, selfish man who was maybe the most evil man on the earth, was so evil and stingy that it got the attention of Satan? And Satan decided to disguise himself as a dead body hanging from the tree with a ghoulish face. But no, it's just a pumpkin with a candle in it sitting on my porch. You see what I'm saying? We invest our time, our money, and our energy into things and ancient traditions that we have no clue about. We don't even know what we're doing. We're just doing things. Just doing it just to be doing it. Thinking it's fun and it's cool and it's cute. But these things are real, people. These things are based in evil traditions. Very evil, as you can see. Same thing with Thanksgiving. Oh, we're just going over to the house celebrating that we're thankful to each other and we're eating good food and fellowshipping. Okay, but you know the origin comes from the Caucasians or the ancestors of Caucasians, the early settlers slaughtering the Native Americans. We know that. See, this stuff right here, you got to go on the internet and find out these type of stories. But everybody knows the history of Thanksgiving. It's American history. So, man, all I'm saying is that we have to be aware of the things that we invite into our life. Traditions and celebrations of traditions and the things that we have been doing our entire lives. You need to know what you're doing, because you're going to be brought to account for that, whether you believe it or not. And like I said, this is not a religious show. I just talk about things. Whatever I feel like talking about, I talk about it. Whether I'm reacting to stuff or whatever. That's what I get on here and talk about. Whatever comes to my brain and I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. So this is what I'm talking about today, because today is Halloween. So all I'm saying is that you have been bamboozled, hoodwinked, and tricked. The biggest trick that the devil pulled was making you believe that he doesn't exist. But all in the while, you're performing and celebrating and doing all the things that he represents. Not only are we doing evilness by the words that come out of our mouth and our actions on a daily basis, but we're actually celebrating him and then go to church. No. You're not going to get away with these type of things because the information is here. Maybe before the internet, but you see, I just pulled it up on YouTube. It's here. It's right here. Look at his face. Doesn't that face look sinister and evil? That's where jack-o'-lantern comes. It's all mixed up in Halloween. But hey, man, keep doing what you're doing, I guess. Keep sending your kids out there to get chocolate with costumes on. I never did it. My child, I never sent them out on trick-or-treating. I told you I stopped selling Halloween a long time ago. I never sent them out there to trick-or-treat. Now, I'm not saying that he didn't do it, because other people might have went over his aunt house, cousin house, his mama might have been cool with it. But me personally, I never was with it or down with it at all. So, hey, that's what I wanted to tell you. I'm not going to keep your time for very long. It's just something I felt like that need to be shared in case you didn't know, because I like to give information to people that might not know it. Am I wrong for that? Am I an asshole for that? Am I boring, lame, square? Maybe. But at least I'm keeping it real with you. At least I'm being truthful. So yeah, that's Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. So all you girls gonna go out here to Halloween parties, dress up in the sexy witch costumes and sexy devils, and you're gonna get smashed and fucked tonight. Okay. But just know that you're celebrating evil. You're committing sexual acts for the glory of Satan. Okay? That's what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to tell you, but that's what you're doing. Remember this? I know you're like, damn, Mike, you just told us Halloween is horrible, and then you're going to do this. Well, I told you, hey, I'm human. I'm a tad bit hypocrite. But I told you Halloween is one of my top 5 favorite movies. Top 5 of all time. My favorite horror movie. I used to be into horror movies when I was young. Very much into them. And I used to force my friends to watch horror movies. They used to be scared. Like, Mike, something's wrong with you. Something was. But I came to the light. But remember this? I know if you're young, you don't. But, hey, y'all people that's old like me, remember this? From Halloween 3, used to be so creepy. So creepy, man. So creepy. I'm not getting premium. Geesh. Remember this, y'all?
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking. Be in front of your TV sets for the Horathon. And remember the big giveaway at 9. Don't miss it. And don't forget to wear your masks. The clock is ticking. It's almost time.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.